Good morning, children. Welcome back to our science class. In our last class, we have discussed about the chapter 7, that is getting know to plants. In that, we have also discussed about herbs, shrubs and trees and climbers, creepers. Yes. Then moving to that, we have discussed about stem, then leaf. In the leaf form a venation, that is reticulate venation and parallel venation. This is reticulate venation and this is parallel venation. And the transpiration in plants as well as a photosynthesis process in plants. That means what does the leaf contain, whether it contains starch or not, the experiment. After that, we have discussed about the root with root and without roots, what is the function of root, and the root, the young grown plants on the cotton. By proving this, we can identify the whether root having the root is taproot or fibrous root. By taproot and fibrous root, we can identify it is linked with a venation of leaf, that is reticulate venation and parallel venation. If the plant having fibrous root, it having parallel venation, and if the plant having tap root, that plant having the reticulate venation in the leaf. This is what about the leaf. And stem is as called as two-way traffic street, because in the next section we will study about this how it is going down. And do you agree that stem is like a street with two-way traffic? Write the name of material that goes up in the stem and that which comes down. Can you able to say which material is goes up and which material is goes down again? Yes, that is water. Stem absorb water from the root from the soil. At the same time, it get water from outside, and again it enters again into the root. This is why we call stem as two-way traffic street. Let's today study about flower. Flower is a very attractive part of the plant. Yes, children, see the pictures. That is figure number 7.19. This is a plant of rose plant. Okay, in that see the picture A and B and C. See, the A picture is having a leafless branch. Then the picture, a branch with leaves. Third one, C, a branch with leaves and flowers. Which color did you use for the flower in the figure 7.19? Can you able to say? Yes, it is a rose plant. Obviously, the color is red. Have you ever seen flowers on grass, wheat, maize, mango trees and guava trees? Have you seen any flowers in those trees? Are those having any brightly colored flowers? Let's see. While you taking for study, you should not go through a marigold and chrysanthemum flowers or sunflower flower, because those are not a single flowers. Those are group flowers. that you study in your higher classes. Okay, let's see the activity that you take 2 fresh flowers with one bud as well as one flower. See here picture 7.20 that is having bud and flower. See, this is a flower and this is a bud. The before portion of this segment. See, this is what sepals. We call them as sepals, and these are petals. When the flower is occur, that time these petals are bridal. Look, bridal. Okay, like this. This we call as sepals, and these are petals. How many sepals does it have? Can you able to say how many sepals does this flower have? It having, yes, they have 5 sepals. Can you able to say how many petals are there in one flower? Is this easy to say? No, it is not easy to count and tell, because every flower have different number of petals in it. For example, in hibiscus or in some other plants, we can say by counting them. Yes, we can say, but we should count it. Okay, then move forward. This is see this figure 7.21, a bell shaped flower. This is look like a bell shape. If we cut this flower, we get this type of parts in that flower. See, observe this flower. These are the stamina. Okay, these are the stamen. These are anthers, which are looking in, which are see in yellow color. Okay, stamens are which are look in cream color. Okay, this is a part of a flower, which are we going to cut a bell shaped flower. This is that bell shaped flower part. Let's move to this figure, that is figure number 2, 7.21, 2, 3 parts of stamen. See, this is a filament. What we call this stick shape are there? No, these are filament, called as filament, and anther. This cashew shape structure which we see, this we call as anther. Let's move forward. Parts of a pistil. Part of a pistil. Here, what we call no pistil in green color, which we occur in green color. That is the part of this. See here, children. This the top of the this pistil, we call it as stigma, and the next portion is style, and this is the round oval shape, we call it as ovary. When we cut this pistil, we can cut in 2 ways. That is, see here children, the picture. This is a cutting an ovary. In the A, it is in longitudinal cut, and this is a transverse cut. See here, when we cut it in a transverse section, we can see the structure like this, and when we cut it in a transverse section, we can see like this. For this, we call as ovules. What we call it is ovules. The first one is longitudinal cut, and the second one is transverse cut. Let's move forward. Observe the inner part of the ovary using a lens. We should see using lens, children. Do you see small bead-like structures inside it? See here. Do you see a small bead like structure in it? Yes, though they are called as ovules. What they are called? They are ovules. Let try to find out the names of as flowers as you can by asking gardener. Okay, let you can, if it is possible, you just try to see some other plants. Okay children, some other flowers, and you just cut those flowers and let's see how the parts of those flowers are made. This is what about the flower. I will show you in the next video by showing a real flower. Okay, thank you children.